Hey everybody, this is Jim at SP500chart.com. It's a little bit after noon on September 2nd, 2013. It's our Labor Day holiday, so the markets are closed. Just figured I'd take the extra time, let the futures kind of maybe show us a little sense of direction since we left the S&P on Friday, really sitting at a critical point where it's either going to recover and bounce, or it's going to take out yet another support line. So with a little bit of futures trading, we may get a little bit of an idea for what to expect. Before I get into it, I need to remind you, as always, that the website and the video are for educational purposes only, and nothing stated at the site or in the video is intended to be used as investment advice. I can draw lines on charts, but you have to draw your own conclusions from your own research and make investment decisions that are suitable for your personal financial situation. I am not a licensed financial professional. I'm just a guy that draws lines on charts. So let's take a look. The first thing I'll say is, as far as the week goes, I pretty much felt like it was a near disaster because we just had a lot of unexpected twists and turns. Now, I don't mean it was a disaster in the sense that there was a tremendous amount of ground lost if you were a bull or anything like that. We just entered the week with what appeared to be a breakout over this descending little flag here. You see, we actually broke out on the 20th, came back for a little bit of a back test, then it looked like we were heading up out of that, and it appeared as if, yes, the S&P is now ready to get its move on and get back up to testing that 1690, but instead, we immediately just turned south late on Monday. And you see, we spent the better part of the week since then trading in a range between about 1630 and 1645, roughly. And that's where we ended. We just down and then sideways. Now we've got this support line down here that has its that is defined by the November lows of 2012 and then our late June lows of 2013. We are flirting with taking this out. However, as I look at the futures here a little bit after noon on the 2nd, and remember, a lot of this has to do with this Syria stuff going on. As I look at futures, it looks like we may be in for a bounce right off the bat, if that holds up through trading through the market open tomorrow. So this is what I would do. I'm still keeping this line right here. If we get over this line at some point in the upcoming week, then we should be seeing that move up to test this neckline around 1690. We can give ourselves maybe another little hint with a short-term resistance line that goes here. But I can tell you right now, if the futures are any indication, this line's going to get taken out. It won't take much at all for that to happen. But let's go ahead and leave that on the chart. So what we're looking at, guys, is we're looking at a situation where we need to bounce on this turquoise line, or I think the likelihood is very strong that we come down to about 1600. If this breaks, then I would look for 1600. If this breaks, then I would look for 1690. So we're really just kind of in that sorting out region where the market feels and is acting somewhat directionless. And really that's about all I can say at this point. We had this little descending channel that had a very slight but insignificant wedge shape to it. That broke out, but then this little pattern here turned out to be something of a bear flag rather than just a U-turn down at 1640. And then we spent last week trying to regain footing, trying to get a sense of direction. So let's see if coming into this next week where we start trading on September 3rd, let's see if we get over this line, and if we do, will the S&P have the strength to also take out this orange line? Because these two lines here and here, at some point this week, though it's not an impossibility that we could stay in between these two lines all week long, something's going to give. So we're either going to head up to the 1690s or we're going to head down to 1600. And I think the telling hint will be which of these lines gets taken out first. This one, look for 1690. This one, look for 1600. Guys, I don't really think there's anything of value I can say other than that. There could be a little, a little pattern forming here that we see later in the week. Wednesday perhaps. If so, we'll address that. But for right now, I think it's just that simple. This line breaks, we're going to give up 30, 32, 33 points. This line breaks, we're going to gain 34, 35, 40 points, depending upon where it breaks. So we have yet to get a back test on this head and shoulders neckline. That would be a typical thing to expect. So let's see. This is the line, and this is the line that I think we need to watch for the week of September 3rd. I want to thank you for watching. Thank you for your support. Let's see what this 4-day week has in store for us.